Today we're gonna go over exactly how to price vinyl edging. This is the vinyl flexible edging that you put in landscape beds to retain mulch, retain rock, create division. This video is gonna be something you don't wanna miss. You're gonna wanna watch this all the way to the end because the end is the most important part. Before we get into this, I'm Jacob Godar. I have a landscape company here in Florida and one in Illinois. We have grown, we have expanded, we have done a lot of things, and one of the things that we've always been in and out of doing is vinyl edging. Now, before we even get into talking about how to price this, I do want to state, I don't think you should use box store rolled up vinyl edging. I think you should go get the best quality vinyl edging you can get from something like a Site One or a Landscape Supply. It's typically going to come in sticks, not rolls, and it's going to be a lot more durable. But overall, it's still just a more cost-effective edging, and I've never thought it looks the best. But there are certain times where you can use it, it does look clean, and it fits the budget, and it is exactly what you need in a certain time, right? So number one, do exactly what I just said. Source your material and find out the price. So don't go to Home Depot, source where you can get this in your local area. Then we're gonna have to find out the price. Let's say it's $5 a stick, okay? Now you have something to work off of. Once you got that material price, because going into putting this in as edging, there's two pieces. There's the material cost, and then there is the installation cost. So once you have that material price, say it's 10 feet for $5. We're gonna stick with this the whole time. 10 feet, $5. And so you're gonna mark this up some. You're probably gonna mark it up 20%, whatever the case may be. Make sure you add tax, make sure you mark it up. But now we're going to do the most important part. Before we actually go estimate one of these, since it's pretty cost effective to get a stick, it's not the most expensive thing in the world. You need to do some demo and you need to do some testing. So we need to go out and buy one of these, and we need to do a demo of how long does it take me to put in this 10-foot stick into the ground. Know that if you're gonna grow your company and you're gonna add employees, they're all probably gonna be not as fast as you at installing some of the stuff. Maybe depending on how good you are, you may hire employees that are a lot better than you at doing these things if you don't have a bunch of skill. But if you are always around building and doing things or in the landscape industry, since you've got the most skin in the game, you're probably gonna be the fastest because you feel this sense of urgency all the time. And so we need to get this put in and get that opportunity. We get the opportunity to time it and see how long does that take. So say that 10-foot stick took an hour to put in, because I wanna keep the numbers super, super easy. Now we've got all the information. How long does it take to put in? How much does the material cost? Those are your two biggest factors in this. And now for the final piece of this, we're gonna put everything together and we're gonna think about some additional things. If you're putting edging in first, we need to think about delivery fees as well, because we gotta take this to here and we gotta equate for the time where people are driving around. So you're either gonna maybe charge delivery fees or charge time in man hours for how much you've gotta drive. In this example, let's use charging time for man hours. It's all the same. It's just all about how it boils out. So say this project you're going to is you're going alone, to just me installing it. You're gonna go half an hour to the property and half an hour back to the shop afterwards. So if that's the case, you already have the pickup material, or maybe you had the material dropped off. If you had to go pick up the material, and maybe that was in that half hour, so you didn't have to charge even more. So now we've got 2 billable hours for the whole job. We have an hour to install the piece. We have an hour of drive time, half hour to get there, half hour to get back. And we have our $5 for the 10-foot stick. So if we say that we charge $50 an hour, now we're looking at a price of approximately $105 for everything we had involved, given that there would be some more markup for the vinyl edging. But you need to really make sure you're thinking of everything, because a lot of times people just cut it off and go as sharpen the pencil, as they say, go as most cost effective as possible. You need to think about issues. You need to think about roots. You need to think about problems digging. You need to think about what happens if you get stuck in traffic. You need to think of all the things that pretty much inflict a dumb tax on your business, which is like, oh, hey, alluding to you're gonna have problems, things are gonna take longer. So always be putting in a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra fluff to make sure you are covered when the inevitable case of something goes wrong, because it's going to happen. It's gonna happen a lot in business. And if you short yourself by just saying, oh man, I've only got an hour of drive time, I've only got an hour to put it in, you don't necessarily think of everything. Because when we did that test dig install, we didn't think about how long does it take to unload, like how far away is the job from where the truck's parked, and all these little things. And this is gonna magnify as this job gets bigger, and it's not just one piece we're putting in. But so this is what's gonna give you the math. Now, once you know what that one piece takes to put in, now you can just keep multiplying both of those numbers. If it's a 20-foot job, you get 2 sticks. sticks. If it's a 25-foot job, you get 3 sticks, because obviously you've got to buy extra because it only comes in this example in 10-foot sticks. And so you can just keep taking those multiples, an hour a stick, this much per material, add it together, put in some of your additional things to cover yourself, and you are well on the way to pricing vinyl edging and making money. And this is all given that you already understand what your hourly rate should be to be recovering everything, all of your overhead, and all things that it costs to run your business. I hope this has helped you. If it has, like this, subscribe, share this with someone else that we can help with videos just like this. I really appreciate you watching. See you soon.